introduce yourself to your cohort. So I will start, and then I will ask Carolina, our program coordinator. So my name is Murad Mukbel, and I am a U.S. citizen, and I grew up in a small country called Yemen in the Middle East, and I have been here half of my age. And in the past 12 years, I have been actually teaching information systems courses and business analytics courses. And I worked for 1 year for H&R Block, headquartered in Kansas City, Missouri, related to IT. And that's all about I can say. And then I will let Carolina introduce herself, and then we will go through the list.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carolina Garcia. Like Mr. Mukbel mentioned, I will be the program coordinator for the Master of Science in Business Analytics program. I just started with the program recently. I grew up here in Edinburgh, Texas. My current occupation is the program coordinator, but I do have years of experience working with the IT department at UTRGV. So I can go ahead and assist if there's some issues there with accounts, of minimal work with that. My education background, I am currently getting an associate's at STC for information technology, but I did graduate with a degree in exercise science from UTRGV. And my experience with analytics is pretty minimal, but I'm excited to work here and meet everyone. You're muted, sir.
Yourself, and I'm really excited about your experience in this program, and you are going to do great, whether you already have experience with IT or quantitative methods or analytics in general. So let me start by going through what we really mean by business analytics. So we all hear business analytics, we hear big data analytics, we hear machine learning, we hear data science, we hear business intelligence specialist. So all of those words kind of, at the end of the day, are used exchangeably by most people to mean the same thing or the same goal, with subtle differences between them, but the overall overarching goal of those different names is to transform raw facts or data into useful information that can help improve the bottom line, right? That bottom line can be improving profitability, reducing waste, reducing costs, improving efficiencies and effectiveness, right? So having said that, there are several roles that our graduates from our program can apply to. And I have listed a couple of them here. And as you can see here, the industries are not limited to only marketing, sales, finance, healthcare, and strategy and consulting, but those are the major employers actually of business analysts or data analysts or data scientists who graduate from our program. And the skills that you are going to earn or gain from this program are transferable. So for example, let's say that you decided to go with electives in healthcare or consideration in healthcare. Those skills that you will learn in this program in healthcare are transferable to finance, to healthcare, because you're going to learn about let's say machine learning and that machine learning can be used in any industry for prediction or for supervised learning or unsupervised learning, just as an example. And I listed some of the common positions that usually our graduates might be familiar with or look for a business analyst position or data analyst, but there are so many other positions here. For example, business analytics consultant, business intelligence analyst, big data analyst, data scientist is also one of the titles our graduates can fit in, machine learning modeler, predictive modeler, and so on, just kind of to give you examples. And Our program here at UTRGV, we offer three or actually four variations. So the first variation, the top left corner, that's the fully blown degree plan or degree in Master of Science in Business Analytics. And this is an accelerated program. It's an online program with 33 credit hours requirement. And there is no restriction for what elective courses you can take. So that's kind of open and you can choose any of the elective courses that we have. The second one, the top in the right, so it's a Master of Science in Business Analytics with specialization in healthcare analytics. So in this specialization, you are going through the whole degree, but the electives are limited to only 3 health-related courses that are focused on healthcare. And those courses include healthcare analytics course, a health computer information systems course, and another course which is tools or managing tools in healthcare, which is more about SQL and hardcore technology related to healthcare using SQL Server. And then we have certificates. We have a face-to-face or campus-based business analytics graduate certificate, which consists of 4 courses students can take. This is for those who are in the area can attend face-to-face. And also we have an equivalent certificate, which is also 4 courses that can be taken online. But to get the full benefit from the program, I would recommend going through the whole program because, as I mentioned earlier, there are so many roles you can fit in if you take the whole program. But if you take only a few courses, you might be limiting your options when you graduate with only a certificate. So this is the degree plan. When I process an admission for any of the student, I would send you an informal email telling you this is not formal admission, which is actually formal, but I just say it informal because you will receive a formal letter from the dean of the graduate college. But when you receive a letter from me and giving you the degree plan and the flow chart, that means you are already admitted. So this is the degree plan I would send, and I would request students to fill out this form in the notes, just telling me when you plan to take each of the courses. That helps me with making some courses available and expect the demand for each of the courses. So we either increase the cap of the courses or add new sections for those courses that have high demand. So going through this degree plan, the Statistical Foundations, this is the course that I highly recommend taking it the first thing as soon as you start the program. And we offer it in all modules. So in fall, spring, and summer, in all modules. So that's the first class. And I highly recommend taking it because first it gets you up to speed with the Statistical Foundation with stats, because we have taken stats a long time ago, and I don't remember much of it because I don't use it every day, right? And the second important thing about this Statistical Foundation course, it introduces you to R programming, which is used in the majority of the classes that we offer. So R is an open source software that is used for statistical analysis and for data science, right? And we also, so that's why Statistical Foundation course is recommended to be taken the first one. And then you can take the Developing Customized Solutions for Business Analytics if it is available. But from there, you can go and take any of the other courses. And the third reason you need to take Statistical Foundation is because it is a prerequisite to 2 other data science courses. So those courses that have prerequisites in front of them, those are basically the data science courses, which include the machine learning for business analytics and the data mining for business analytics. So that's why they have this prerequisite as the statistics prerequisite. The other courses are very valuable. For example, the second course here, Developing Customized Solutions for Business Analytics. This course it takes you through R as well as Python. Python is one of the top for requirements or highly demanded skills or technical skills in data science or business analytics programs. So the highly demanded skills in business analytics or data science programs are R programming, Python, SQL, and the fourth one is Tableau or Power BI. But we cover Tableau mostly in this program, in our program. And then social media analytics, this is where you will learn about text mining. So now you will be able to use text for sentiment analysis, topic modeling, and also for prediction. And then business intelligence and data warehousing. This is where the ETL comes to place. I remember one of you mentioned that he works with ETL or extract, transform, and load, or data warehousing and data marts. So that's the course that will take you through that business intelligence and data warehousing. And then decision optimization for business analytics. I remember Juliana, she mentioned about cost benefit analysis and optimization. So this is a course that where prescriptive analytics will be covered, right? Optimization for the best decisions, having some resources with you, right? And then we have the data mining for business analytics. Again, this takes you through the machine learning, data mining, supervised learning, unsupervised learning in more details. Data visualization, that's the course I teach and I develop, where I cover SQL, retrieving data using SQL, and I cover Tableau. So we go through the best practices of data visualization, and we go through Tableau into some extent, where you can go from there and get certification if you want to go further. And then we have the electives. Those are the courses that have star or asterisk in front of them. It starts with enterprise analytics, healthcare analytics, tools, methods for managing healthcare data, health, computer information systems, and then we have information security, risk assessment analysis. And one of you mentioned Excel. So we also offer an elective, which is spreadsheet modeling using advanced features in Excel. So we all use Excel. And there are so many features that we might not recognize until we study them and we are introduced to. And this is one of the courses that I would recommend if your specialization is not healthcare. So moving from there, we also introduced an internship class, or we were approved to offer an internship class. And this internship class, I would not recommend it for anyone who has already background in analytics. But if you are interested in taking internship class, it has to be for those who are seeking experience with analytics, and it has to be in another department that you are currently working on, and you will need to provide a proposal of a project that you are going to work on, and then you can get contact me, and then we can go through the details of the internship. If you are a local here in the Valley region, we have a local employer who is interested in hiring interns. And the only requirement of that employer is students need to take the data visualization course, because that employer actually took our program, and what he is doing right now is related to SQL and Tableau or data visualization. So he recommends and he wants students to be already take that data visualization course, and if possible, spreadsheet modeling for service industries before they or while they are taking that course, they can do the internship with him. So if you are interested in internship in the future, it's going to be one of the 3 electives that you will go through. It's your choice, but if you chose to do internship, you will need, and you are not from the Valley, you will need to go and find an employer who is interested in hiring you as an intern, and then come up with a proposal. I can give you details about the proposal of that project and what you're going to do, and then we can go from there. So another important aspect or thing that I want to cover today is this academic accelerated programs academic calendar. So it lists all the important dates, for example, when registration opens for the fall semester or spring semester, meaning spring module 1 and spring module 2 and so on. And it tells us also when program or the classes start and when is the last day of classes and so on. And if the student is interested in withdrawing or dropping, so all the deadlines are here. And I'm going to share with you those slides just in case you are interested in this information. So we will share this with you all. So another important thing that I noticed a lot of our students get confused when enrolling for classes. So I wanted to go through this, which is Assist is our banner that where students can access the courses that they want to enroll in or they need to enroll in. They can access their transcripts, they can access the application for graduation and so on, all through Assist. And to get into Assist is to visit the UTRGV website, and then you will see the application to the left, right, to the left side of your screen. And I can do a demo in a little bit. And to enroll for classes, you will need to go to Assist, and then from Assist, you will see those icons here or those links. So you will go to register and then register or drop classes. Then you can search for the module. And that's one problem and mistake that I saw a lot of students do is when they try to search for the term, they select fall 2022, not fall 2022 module 1. So since we are accelerated program, we have modules: fall module 1, fall module 2, spring module 1 and module 2. The same thing for the summer. So that, and then when you get into searching for the classes, it asks you for a subject. I know that sounds kind of confusing when it asks for a subject. What do they mean by subject? But as soon as you start typing information systems, which is the subject, or quantitative methods, depending on what is the prefix of the course name, then you will be able to find the course. And I can do a quick demo with my wife's account. Actually, she's a graduate student, and I can access her account in a little bit to show you how we can do that. Blackboard, we can access Blackboard, which is the learning management system for our university. And you will find the courses there. For example, as long as when you log into Blackboard, you will see the list of the courses that you are enrolled in. And usually that happens after you enroll in the classes, and the classes open on the day that the classes begun, based on that, based on this calendar here. So for example, the classes begin for fall module 1 will start in August 1st. So that's when you will see the courses listed in Blackboard. So if you try to go before, you will not see them listed. Another thing that I wanted to highlight is that the majority of our students are full-time employees, and they sometimes need to take a break for a module or for vacation or whatever reason it is. So if you feel like you want to take one module off or a break, you can do that. It should not be a problem. And there is a form called leave of absence request form that you can fill out. So just reach out to me and I will send you this form, and then attach to it small paragraph in a Word document or PDF explaining the reasons why you are taking this module or two modules off. You can say whether it is for vacation or family business or whatever it is. So it should not be a problem at all. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention. That way, if you think about it and you wanted to do that, feel free to do it. And then when you go to when you are in assist, also you will be able to have access to the application to graduate. So I would recommend that you apply for graduation around maybe 2 modules before you graduate, at least 2 modules, if not at least before 1 module before you graduate. So you fill out that form application, and then I will receive an email from the graduate college or the certification department in the graduate college to verify that everything is good, and then we will go from there. So the sooner you can do it within 1 module or 2 modules is the better. This is our contact information. So this is the MSBA office. You can email us through the MSBA, or you can even combine. If you want to contact us through email, you can use MSBA@UTRGV, and my email as well. That way, it's either me or Carolina will respond to you. And this is the phone number that Carolina will answer if you call. And we have our website as well is listed here. But let me go through a quick demo before we get into the question and answer. So I will go to UTRGV website, and this is how it looks like. And I'll log in with my wife's login. That way, ask me for. So it's not allowing me to do it with my wife's login, but I will go with my login, and I will show you a quick demo. Assist will look different for you than it looks for me. So let's see. I hope it doesn't ask for credentials. All right, so this is how it looks to me. For you, it will look exactly how I showed you in the PowerPoint slide. So it's going to look like this, and then you can go from there. So now let me go through Blackboard. So this is Blackboard. You will see the courses. For me, I have so many courses. It might look overwhelming to you, but this is one of the courses that I am teaching right now in the summer module 2. And this is how the typical course in our program will look like. And this course, I taught it in summer module 1. This is my course and how it looks like. The first page, you will see the announcement that the faculty will make, just reminders about what the week will entail and what you are going to cover, and when is the deadline, if there is a quiz, if there is a homework, if there is an extra credit discussion like I do, or a proposal and the trainings and so on. So the majority of the tasks you will do, they are hands-on, because our program is hands-on. It's not, you will rarely find classes in our program where they ask you to do a discussion. And usually the discussion is just kind of to emphasize some concepts, but there are a lot of hands-on, given a data set and asking you to do some work on it. And then let me go briefly here. So the welcome and start here, that will have the syllabus listed, and a welcome video, which will introduce the course for you as a tour and gives you office hours, the response time for faculty. And then the syllabus is also listed for you here. You learn about the instructor, and then if there is any Zoom office hour, for example, every faculty has Zoom office hours every week, at least 1 hour, if not 2 hours every week. So that way you get the chance to meet them live through Zoom and ask them questions about assignment or about anything. And some of my students actually used to utilize Zoom office hour to get to know each other as a cohort in that classroom. They have their own groups for chatting if they have question about an assignment, or they help each other. And that's how our students actually get to meet each other. And there are the majority of classes in the program have group projects, except for this class, which is my class, the data visualization course, because I try to emphasize the individual skills in data visualization and SQL. But in the other classes, I have, for example, the health computer information system class, I have group project assignment where students actually get to meet and work with each other, which is very important. That's how life is in the real world. And then how the weeks are organized. You are usually provided with what is this week going to be about, and a recorded video here, usually very brief recording of what this week is going to be. And for me, I have a lecture as well for the week. It might be long, but it's very helpful. It gets you familiarized with the software, with the textbook, and how to go along with the exercises. And then you will see the to-do list and what is you need to submit. That's kind of the format that all of our classes follow. And then you get to see also what in a table format, what is due and when it is due. And you will find everything in this page, the quizzes where you can take it, and the training exercises. This is where I ask students to follow along, and the exercises using SQL, select statements, and then submit their output as an exercise, training exercise. And then the homework, and this is the extra credit discussion that I only do in my class. But other students have, other faculty have their own different policies and ideas. So for my class, for example, I have a technology competency project. This is an individual project where it is kind of a comprehensive. I throw an airline data set and a case study to the students after they go through SQL and Tableau, and then I ask them to retrieve data from multiple tables to run their analysis and recommendations. But I have detailed explanations and instructions in videos, even how to go about it. And then we have a final project where I encourage students to find a data set from their workplace that they are, preferably from where they work, if they are allowed to use a data set, and try to solve a problem and using visualization in Tableau. But if they are not, I provide them with sources for data sets where they can select and go from there for their project. But this is kind of how Blackboard looks like, and then you can check your grades. You can also, I have calendar here where you can see what is due, what is not, for example. The syllabus also should include, this is kind of what is, when you click on that calendar, the syllabus also has schedule for what is due, what is not due. You will find those deadlines in several different places, just to emphasize, that way you don't miss anything. So I list everything here, and I recommend students print this page and put it somewhere handy where they can see it every day. That way they don't miss any assignment, because some faculty have different policies for late work. In my case, I don't allow late work because every week it's already condensed, and delaying or postponing or not submitting the work on time will accumulate, will make it even harder for the student and for us when we are grading. So that was all that I wanted to cover in terms of demo. And now let's open it up for questions and answers. So if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask the questions.
If not, you can go ahead and maybe ask your question in the chat if you feel more comfortable doing so, and then we can go ahead and just read them out loud to the group.
Hey, this is Tweelon. Sorry, I was talking on mute. My question is, so I noticed the class modules are Wednesday, start on Wednesday and end on Wednesday. So are the weekly assignments always going to be due on a Wednesday, or what do the due dates look like?
That's a great question. So far, the weekday starts on Wednesday and ends on Tuesdays. So different classes have different policies. For example, in my case, as you saw, I divided the week into two halves. So one portion of the assignments are due on a Saturday, and then for that week, and then the other half portion is due on a Tuesday. But the majority of classes, they have their deadline is on a Tuesday. So whatever you have, everything for that week will be due on Tuesday, which is the end of the week. I hope that answers your question, Tolia.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
So another thing that I have some students would ask is there obligatory or mandatory meeting attendance? So some faculty, they would love to have a meeting with the students, and if they have a formal meeting or lecture, they are going to record it for those students who attended, and attendance is not mandatory, even if it is a lecture. So it is going to be recorded, and the students can view it at their own pace. There are office hours, as I mentioned, at least one office hours every week, where the faculty is going to be there no matter what. Even if there are no students, they are still going to be available. So you can jump in anytime during that hour to ask any questions or to have verifications about any assignment. But that lecture, that office hour, if there is explanation and you feel you want the faculty to record it, feel free to ask the faculty to do it. But again, there is no mandatory attendance for office hours or lectures if they have.
Well, if no one else has a question, I guess I can go again.
Sure, yeah, go ahead, please.
My other question is, for the weekly modules, do they open up right on the start of the module week, or are they just all open and you can work through them at your own pace?
That's a great question. I noticed that for me, I open the whole class. So that depends on the faculty. Some faculty, they prefer to release each week by itself. Or when they finish this week, then they will open the next week, the start of the next week. So that's some preference for few faculty. But for me, when I teach, I open the whole class all weeks. That way students can get started at their own pace. And I get the point why some faculty open it 1 week at a time. And I believe that's kind of to avoid or to prevent fatigue for our students, because if you have, I'm sure some of you have tried taking some classes on Coursera or edX or so on. So when you start taking that class, you are enthusiastic, you are really enthusiastic about taking that class, and then you do it for 2 hours, 3 hours straight. And then after that 3 hours, you are fatigued, you are exhausted, and you never go back to that class, right? So not saying that our program is like that. Our program is different because you have a live faculty who responds to your questions 24/7. And a faculty response time ranges from 24 to 48 hours or from the moment you send that email. For me, it is 24 hours. I respond within that time frame. And it's usually faster than that, but 24 hours just kind of to be in the safe side. So to answer your question, it depends on the faculty, and both ways have advantages and disadvantages. But you will have all the resources you need in that time frame. Okay, great.
I had a question regarding internships. I know you mentioned an alumni of this program that hires students, and I just kind of wanted to know his name or the name of the company just so I can keep an eye out.
Okay, so that it's actually DHR, which is Doctors Hospital System.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they actually contacted us, and they wanted to do a partnership with them since they are a local employer, and one of their directors graduated from our program, and he asked me if he can have interns, because that's basically how life works, right? He prefers to take interns, he trains them, and then if he sees them doing really well, he wants to offer them full-time job. So that's kind of a wise way to do it, and it is a win-win situation for us as students, and also for them as an employer. So if you are
Okay, thank you
interested,
so much.
yeah, Janelle, if you are interested, please keep in touch with me whenever you are taking that course, the data visualization course, or after you take it, just let me know, and I can connect you or get you into that internship with him.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right, it looks like there are no more questions. Yeah, here we go. Here is this is
I wanted-
Carolina.
Sorry about that. I went ahead and put our contact information for the department and list the phone numbers as well. If anybody has a question in the future, they can go ahead and give us a call or send us an email and we'll respond.
Perfect. Thank you all for attending this orientation. I hope that you found it to be helpful. Some of you might already been able to register and enroll in classes. Just this is as a refresher, and I hope that some of the information was helpful to you. And I look forward to seeing you in our classes, and have a great rest of the evening.